Good morning, everybody. Well, welcome back. Machete Adventure. And we got a short video for you today. On my last video, we were talking about a really nasty area of the property that I've been cleaning. And today you're going to get to see the end result of that. I did not record the cleaning of it, but you will get to see the end result of it and a brief explanation of why this was so tough, what kind of stuff was in there, and how I went about getting it out. So stay tuned. We're gonna get it today. Okay, and we are back. As promised, this is the area that was atrocious. So let's take a quick scan here of this area, which is probably, 50 feet by, I don't know, maybe 100. And it's towards the back of my house. And this whole hillside, all the way down to there, was covered in those itchy plants, which I found out. In my case, they are called dumb cane. So if you want to look that up, you'll see what they are. There's some right there. Let's zoom in a little bit. See those tall ones standing up? Some people actually grow those at home as houseplants. Here they're wild, and what a lot of people don't know is they're actually poisonous. So they're very, very itchy. If the juice of them gets in your eyes or in your mouth, it can cause you to lose the ability to talk. It'll actually swell up your tongue. If you get it in your eyes, it can cause temporary blindness. So they're really nasty. They get on your skin, they itch really crazy. But luckily, a water rinse off and they're not too bad. When I deal with those, I just usually wear gloves, eye protection, and they're very, very difficult to get rid of. And that's because they have these long vine-like canes. If you look at this pile, you'll see there's literally thousands and thousands and thousands of them. So this pile is about 30 feet wide by 10 feet deep. Yes, 30 feet wide, 10 feet deep, and all this vegetation came off this hillside. Yeah, just in this small area. So it was extremely dense. It's stripped down now pretty good, you can see. And what I found here is if you have really dense vegetation like that and you strip it back, natural grasses seem to come back. So that's what I prefer here. I don't mind the grass, I can trim that. But this stuff is just, it overtakes everything and you can't do anything with it. It wraps itself around everything, just chokes everything out. So you can see there's some stumps here. I'm gonna have to cut out with a chainsaw. And that'll be upcoming. Those are just garbage trees, and we do have a couple decent trees that I found back here that I was surprised. Of course, we have this really nice orange tree, which we knew was here, but it was all tangled up in vines, you can see. So we got all that cleared off. And then there's actually another orange tree further down the hillside. Of course, these are plantain planted along this hillside. So platanos, and there's another orange tree right there. There is a small avocado tree that I discovered, and a what they call a guama. There's a couple of the guamas that I found, and I'm not sure if what I'm going to do with them, because these get very, very large. There's probably a lot of folks that don't know what a guama is, so I'll try to explain it. So a guama is like a long seed pod. Okay, we actually have some that we got from a friend. They're called guama machete. So they're a long seed pod, and they're kind of curved like a banana, kind of flat. They're really long, probably 2 foot long. And inside, they have these seeds, and the seeds are really, they're black. They're really big, and the coating around them is extremely sweet. It's like candy. So, they're pretty popular here. A lot of people like them. In the stores, if you can find them, they usually go for about $2 a piece. And so we have a couple here that are just the normal guamas, and then we have a couple that we actually planted on a different area on the property called guama machete. And those they're going to take a couple years to develop, but once they do, again, we're homesteading. So homesteading can involve animals, it can involve fruits, it can involve a lot of different things, and in our case we're going to be doing a combination of animals, fruit trees. Obviously we have oranges, avocados, guama, we have bananas, plantain, yucca, which not everybody knows what yucca is, but yucca is really good. It's a root, starchy, much like a potato, but I think it tastes way better than a potato. I love it sliced up and fried like a potato chip, and it's fantastic. It's a starchy vegetable. So today, I've been going on this area here and trying to get these roots out. So let's take a look at that. So these roots, you can see, they're still stuck in the ground. You see that? So they're out, but there's a lot of remnants of those plants, those dumb cane. And, if you don't get them out, they're just going to come back. So I have to go in here with it's like a hoe. It's a little different tool. It's something more native to Puerto Rico. And I don't have it with me right now, but I will show it to you in this video. And I'm going to use that to more or less rake out these vines that are left over from the initial clearing. This area has taken me, I would say, probably 2 weeks to do. Just this one area, just this 30 foot or maybe 50 foot by 100 foot area. And it's actually not even done. So it's been a lot of work. It's been an extreme amount of work. And my goal is to get all those dumb cane out of here. So that way, we've got some space here. We've got a couple orange trees. We've got some plantains. We've got a couple things, but I can put other things in here. I could put another avocado tree. I could put, some other types of fruits in this area, and it wouldn't be overcrowded. So, that's the whole goal here, is to make this usable before it was not usable. Now, let's talk about besides the dumb cane, okay? Besides the dumb cane, there was an enormous amount of trash in this area. Garbage. Yes, garbage. Garbage being everything from metal to burnt plastic. I mean, well, I'll tell you roughly how much. Probably 2 to 3 pickup truckloads. Yeah. So why is that? Were the people just throwing their garbage, and they're just being nasty or what? No, it occurred to me that I'm in a very rural area, okay? And we do have city sanitation services now. We have a garbage truck that comes by and picks up the trash. But it is my belief that back in the day, that wasn't available. So the farmers or folks that lived here, you know, they had to dispose of their garbage. And unfortunately for me, that happened to be right here. So what do I do with it? I'm not going to leave it. You know, I got to get it out of here. So the vast majority of it that I could get, I did get. Raking, picking, I mean, it was bag after bag after bag. But you know, I'm sure this ground will continue to give up more and more garbage over time, and I'll have to routinely go back here and pick up what I can. You know, we're not talking about really horrible stuff. We're talking about common household garbage, just plastic water bottles and, you know, bags and, you know, probably food was here, but it's gone, you know, because that actually decomposes. But everything that doesn't decompose was here. I mean, toothbrushes and, you know, all that kind of stuff. So it was really, really terrible. And that's what took so long, because I couldn't just come in here and rip this down because it was so intermingled with trash. So basically I had to do it in stages. I had to go through and cut the dumb cane off, like, you know, maybe down to just ground level. And then I had to come through and pick by hand all the garbage as much as possible, bag it up, haul it out, then come back and, you know, rip the hillside down from the bottom up, so that way I could clear a path, and then go back and weed eat it and everything else. So it's been many, many stages to this. And yeah, that's where we're at. So we were making progress. And this was yet another chapter in the land clearing saga. It is not done, but it will continue to be cleared amongst other projects. Once this area is done, then the land clearing will continue. And I plan on going down the hillside and going back around the property again and just kind of working my way back and forth. And eventually we'll get it to where it's, you know, just more routine maintenance. Today, I did a lot of routine maintenance. Had the weed eater out, and I was going back over areas that I already cleared. And it's filling in pretty decent with just natural grass. So, but let's take a look at that specialized hoe, okay? It's really old, but it works great. All right, let's take a look at this fine piece of equipment. So, here is said hoe. Now you notice there's a backwards angle to it. This is a very old piece of equipment, and it's just on a wooden handle. There's actually nothing in the top holding it. What you do is when you put this on, you soak it in water and it expands the wood. So this is what you use. You got a pretty long handle on it. Use that for ripping those roots out, and it does a really good job. So definitely made for the terrain. You know, you can do this where you're working your way up the hill, and it works fantastic. So that's what I have for you today. Not a super long video, hopefully. You know, sometimes you just gotta take the good with the bad and get ripping. So give you a little view before we go. Beautiful day here again. Probably close to 80 degrees. So the smell of fresh cut grass is in the air. I know you all probably miss that right now. So until next time, Machete Adventure, make sure you comment. Make sure you subscribe. Take it easy. Have a great day.